Hello YouTube, and welcome along to my birthday here on September 22nd. Yes, I'm another year older. Anyway, this review was requested by one of you guys who watched my HX Outdoors DD002 review that I put out the other day. And it was to review this little multi-function Saber card that's available on GearBest. I have to say, I'd forgotten I had this. It's probably been sitting about the house for the last year or so. And as I say, this guy requested it, and he also asked if I could review this little fellow, the multifunctional 11-in-1 multi-tool here. Well, it will take me a little while to get one of those in, and I shall be ordering it next week sometime. So if you don't mind waiting a week or two, I should have it on the channel at some point in the near future. Okay, so what do we have here then? As you can see, it's a little credit card size item. Let's give you some size comparisons first. And it is 5.5 millimeters wide. Moving in for a closer look, along the top edge here we have a ruler, we have a pen, a knife, toothpick, scissors, tweezers, magnifier, little screwdriver set, and finally a flashlight. And it fits quite nicely into a wallet. Okay, so is the magnifier any good? That's not too bad. Okay, so we've had a look at the magnifier, we've seen the little ruler on here. What about the pen? Now, bearing in mind that I've had this for over a year, is it going to be any good? Let's give it a go. Must have dried up over the year. I wonder if I can actually get it to work. Well, it's not looking good so far. I can't even remember if it worked when I first got it, to be honest with you. Well, not looking good so far, guys. I'd say it might have dried up over the year that I've had it. I don't think there's a great deal of ink in here, to be honest with you. And I don't even know if you could, well, I doubt whether you could fill it up, to be honest with you. So, unfortunately, it's a bit of a failure there then. Next, we'll give the little knife a go. As you can see, it's only a little small thing with a very thin blade. It's only really like a letter opener, I guess, but let's get Bob the Bitzer bag in and see what he can do. Alright, so here's Bob, or bag of bits, Bitzer bag, whichever you like, guys. Fine, let's see what we can do with a bit of paper, shall we? Okay. Well, if we can get it going again, it's not doing too bad. I think it's just really designed for opening letters, to be honest with you. So how do you think it'll get on with cardboard? Here's some nice cardboard. If we can get out of the thing, that is. Let's have a look. Well, it's not much of a handle to get hold of, really. But at least it's had a go. Ugh. Yes, struggles with cardboard then. So, what about the old package strapping then? So you ought to give that a bit of a go. I say it's nothing. You can't really get hold of it, to be honest with you. And it's not really designed for this sort of kind of heavy duty work. But let's give it a go. Oops. Right. It's very difficult to keep hold of. And to be honest, I'm frightened of bending it. I can feel it twisting away there, so right, we'll abandon that then, because we're going to break it otherwise. Cheapy rope time then. Cheapy rope a go. If we can keep hold of it. It's very small. Yeah, just about managed the cheapy rope then. Dare we try the speaker style cable then? Well, let's give it a go. Hang on, don't think so, but blimey. What have we done here then? Well, not a lot really, and it just dug into my hand a little bit. It's a good job it's not all that sharp. Well, it made an attempt to cut it, guys. Well, I think we'll just leave it at letter opening and cutting bits of paper up then. Next we have the little toothpick here. As you can see, it's just a little bit of plastic, nothing special really. What's it like for digging about? It seems to be fairly strongish then. So I dare say you could oink bits out of your teeth with it if you needed to. Okay, so let's try the scissors. As you can see, these are a fairly small pair of scissors, so it'd be interesting to see how we can get hold of them. I have some fairly large hands, so keep up. I mean, I can't get a finger in there, but I can get my small finger in there, and I can work them like this. And of course we have the return of Bob the Bitzer bag. Try some paper. Shouldn't cause too much problems for it, I wouldn't have thought. Yep, so it cuts paper quite nicely. I don't think they're the most comfortablest thing to hold, for me anyway. Okay, that's the paper done then. Let's have a bit of a laugh and try the cardboard, shall we? As I say, I can't really keep hold of these things. They're not really, because you're not like, I haven't got a great big multi-tool on the other end to keep hold of them with, but they've done a reasonable job on the cardboard, as you've seen there. What about cheapy rope time? Let's try the cheapy rope then. Oh yeah, look at that. In fact, I think they're working better than the HX Outdoors DD002. What about the package strapping then? This is quite tough stuff. Yep, done that one. What if we should try the speaker style cable then? Oh yeah, look at that. Sweet, did that one then. Huh, surprising. Well, that's not done too bad then, cutting stuff, has it really? Okay, let's take a look at the tweezers then. These are very small and possibly a little flimsy. I wonder if they're any good. Let's try and get hold of a hair on the back of my hand. If I can see what I'm doing, which I can't. There we go, got it. Well, not very well. Oh, no, did we pull it out? No. Can't get a very good grip of it at all. Try again, looking through the viewfinder, it's not easy. Got it this time. Right, let's have another go. Well, I don't think you're going to be plucking your eyebrows with it. Give it another go. Not easy through the viewfinder of a camera, guys. Right, have we got it? Yes. Look at that, we've done it. pull the hair out. And next we'll try the little flashlight on the end here. There it goes. But to try it properly we'll need somewhere dark, so let's do that. Okay, so let's give the little flashlight a go, shall we? Is it on? It is now. There we go. Let's turn the studio lights out. Here we go. So you can see it's ideal for like a close-up work. What's it like at longer range, I wonder? Okay, so there's my scooter about probably 3 or 4 feet away, not very far at all. Let's get the little flashlight on. Oops. There we go. Right, turn the studio lighting out once again. Flashlight. Now then, let's shine it across the room. Well, I can just about make out my scooter, but it's not very bright at all. I don't know if you can actually see anything at all, guys, but there's my hand anyway, and there's the scooter. You probably can't see it. Okay, so realistically the little flashlight here is only good for close-up work then. And you can see the little battery in there. Lastly, we have this little screwdriver set here. As you can see, we have a couple of small flat screwdriver bits and 2 small Phillips driver bits. There's also a handy little hole here, so I suppose you could actually carry it around on your keyring if you wish to. Anyway, let's get this thing down to the workshop and see what it can do, shall we? And here we are in the workshop. And here I have a selection of smallish screws that should fit the screwdriver. So we'll just see how tough this thing is then. Starting with the small slotted screw. Make a hole for it. Drop it in. This will be fun then, because it's so small that might get the little teeny tiny screwdriver going in there. Oh, not easy, but it's going in. Oh, hang on, it's getting a bit tight now, guys. Yes, there's not a lot to get hold of here really. It's getting a bit tight and it's beginning to slip out of the screw head. But there we go, it's going in. That'll do. Let's try the larger of the screwdriver bits. Make a hole about there somewhere, I think. There we go. Right, and pop the screw in. And we'll have a go. Well, this one's a bit easier. Much easier. And there goes my old wrist cracking again, guys. And again. Well, it's not the easiest thing to use. Oh, that's beginning to tighten up quite a bit now. Hang on. I think it helps just get it at the right angle as well. It keeps popping out otherwise. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. Right then. Let's give the small Phillips a go, shall we, guys? Make a hole for it. Pop this tiny weeny little screw in the hole. It's a very small screw, very small screwdriver. There it goes. These probably be easier because they're Phillips. And they are a lot. They don't slip out so easily. It's got a good grip in there. I know that much, guys. And it's much easier to get it going in. Yeah, it's a lot easier to work a Phillips then. And finally, the larger size Phillips. It's quite a big one, this one, look. quite a tall screw. I don't know what the head's like in it though. Looks like it could be a bit worn, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, I think this screw head's not all that good. Plus there's not a lot of, you've not got a great deal of leverage going on here either. So something like this is quite difficult to do. It's not designed for screwing screws into wood in the least. It's much lighter applications really, but it's definitely screwing it in. As I'm sure you can see, guys, look at it going in. Ugh. Oh, it's a bit painful to use. As it marks me. Oh yeah, I bet it's marked me fingers up. Yeah, you can see the little, look at that. You can actually see the shape of the screwdriver in my finger, look. Huh. Can we see that? Yeah, you can make out the shape of the screwdriver in my finger, look. There's the hole. And you just make it out, look. Well, that's fairly good. The little thing's managed to put these screws in quite nicely. And I don't think there's any damage to any of the heads either. Here are the two flat blade drivers. I can't see any damage to those. Flip him over. Here we have the Phillips. No damage to those either. That's pretty neat. Huh. Let's head back to the studio then, guys. So then, not a bad result for the teeny tiny little screwdriver set then. Okay guys, so I'd forgotten I'd even purchased this little multi-function Saber Card from GearBest, what, about a year ago, something like that? Probably longer than that, I don't know, I can't remember now. But it's been sitting about on my shelf here in the studio all that time, completely forgotten about, until someone put in a request for it. I can get stuff from GearBest. If you've got any requests, I can certainly ask GearBest if they can send them along for me, as long as they're within my budget. But certainly, if you've got any requests, guys, you want reviewing that you've seen on GearBest, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try and get them for you to have a look at. Alrighty then, guys. If you would like to help the channel out, there is my Patreon page. If you help me in that way, I can get more stuff in for you to look at. If you've got any requests again, you know, we can have a look. If you'd like to help out with Patreon, thank you very much, guys. There's also my Instagram page. I've been putting pictures up of this little fellow today, or a picture at least, so far today. And you can also subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and that helps quite a bit too. Don't forget, you can also click like, and you can share the review with your friends too. Alright then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little review, this long forgotten piece of kit that's been sitting about in my on my shelf here for a year or more. Don't forget, if this was your request, I will be ordering in your other multi-tool that you wanted to see next week. So if you don't mind waiting a week or two, or maybe even 3, because I'm quite busy at the moment, what with all the stuff I get in from GearBest. I've got a whole load of stuff coming in from GearBest. I'm also quite busy at work, because I have to go to work to earn money, obviously. But yeah, if you don't mind waiting 2 or 3 weeks, I will have your other multi-tool here around about that time. Thank you for your patience. Righto guys, I hope you'll pop back to Rathbone Manor in the very near future for another review fairly shortly then, and I will see you then. Laters!
Ruff.